This was my hair just doing moisture deep conditioners. I know it's absolutely horrendous. The split ends, the breakage, the dryness. Who would have even thought I deep conditioned every single week? But yes, this is something I was missing, and it was protein. So if you're wondering why your hair is still breaking off and you're still seeing lots of split ends and dryness, this video is for you. I'm going to share with you whether you should be doing protein or moisture and how often. What's up, curlies? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kiki, and if you are new here, I do all things curly hair tips, product reviews and styling. Today is all about protein versus moisture treatment. Which is better? How often should you be doing it? And ultimately, do you need to do both? To give you a little bit of context, this was my hair in March this year. I was only doing moisture treatments for about a year. And imagine that. Imagine you've been putting all of that effort in to twist your hair, do low manipulation styles, you treat it every single week, and it still looks like this. But that is something that I was actually doing, and it was simply down to the fact that I was neglecting protein. Moisture alone will not save your hair, especially if you have fine hair. And in my case, you can see that moisture just wasn't enough. So what is the difference between protein and a moisture treatment? Moisture treatments often restore the moisture back into the hair. It allows the hair to be soft, nourished, shiny, and it can restore your curl pattern to a degree. And protein treatments often work by repairing the hair. It repairs the hair from the outside, and ultimately it fills in the gaps that your hair may be missing due to any mechanical damage or dyeing or relaxing or anything like that. It ultimately works to strengthen the hair. And with fine hair, sometimes we find that we may need a little bit more of the protein moisture balance than someone who has coarse hair who may just use a moisture treatment every single wash day. I know for me personally, my hair is the best when I do a protein treatment one week and a moisture treatment the next week. And not only that, adding in bond builders to my routine has really been a godsend in making sure my hair stays nice and strong and I'm able to retain length, because ultimately without protein treatments and bond building treatments, my hair is unable to retain length and grow long. So what should you be doing instead? Yes, you can use moisture, and we should be deep conditioning on a regular basis. Typically speaking, I will deep condition my hair every time I wash it, and that is usually every 2 to 3 weeks, being that I often protective style my hair, and that is just what works for me. I don't believe you need to do a deep conditioner every single week with moisture. I think that if your hair is in a good condition, it's moisturized, and you're not seeing any sort of breakage or damage, then you can probably go every other week with a moisture deep conditioner. However, when it comes to protein deep conditioner, this is where we need to be thinking about building it into our regimen. So usually with protein conditioners, you want to be doing this on a monthly basis for someone who has healthy and not damaged hair. If your hair is damaged, however, you may need to up the frequency of that protein treatment. For example, I will do 1 week moisture, 1 week protein, and I will continue that rotation until my hair is where I want it to be, which is waist length. And that works for me. My hair is fine, and fine hair often breaks a lot easier and it needs more strength. Protein treatments actually strengthen your hair from the outside, so it will fill in gaps in the cuticle and just enable your hair to remain stronger on the outside. If you want something that works from the inside out, then you need to look into bonding treatments, because ultimately that is what bonding treatments do, is they repair the hair starting from the inside and working their way out. So ultimately a combination of both is great if you are able to do that, obviously not in the same sitting, and the strength of the protein treatment is going to really change as well, change the frequency of how often you do these. So we have a very strong protein treatments like the Affinity 2-step treatment, and then we have quite lighter based protein treatments like your Shea Moisture Protein Power. That is something that I use, and I find it works enough for me to not have to do those really intense protein treatments every so often. Back in the day, I remember using the Affinity 2-step treatment, and I really didn't enjoy the experience of it. At the time, I was dyeing my hair and my hair was really brittle, so that's why I opted for that one. But for me, for my hair, For my virgin hair that's not damaged, it's pretty good condition, the protein powder is absolutely fine for me. What we want to strive for is a moisture and protein balance within the hair. Ultimately, that is going to be key in making sure your hair is not only moisturized, but it retains moisture for a decent amount of time, and it is strong as well, because moisture alone is great, but if you're someone who has hair that is slightly on the weaker side, it can become over moisturized, it can feel a little bit limp, weighed down, it can also break as a result of being too moisturized. So the protein moisture balance is something that we really need to be careful of and aware of, and just make sure that we are building it into our monthly or bi-weekly regimen. So how do you know if you need a protein or a moisture treatment? Ultimately, if your hair is feeling dry or stiff, it's most likely going to need moisture. And if your hair is feeling weak, if it's limp, if it's maybe not holding a curl, you may need to do a protein treatment. If you've enjoyed this video on protein versus moisture treatments and what helps my hair more, let me know in the comments what treatments you like to use on your hair, and I will see you in the next video. Hope you've enjoyed this video on what is the video even on? Like, it's such a fucking shambles video.